Hello, and thank you for joining me today as we're going to go over the often overlooked topic of compensated absences. First off, what are compensated absences? Well, compensated absences are the absences, also known as leave time, owed to employees when they leave the organization. This can include vacation time, sick time, sabbatical leave, or it's also known as paid time off. Why are compensated absences important? Well, the Governmental Accounting Standards Board issued Statement Number 16, which made it a requirement for governmental entities to report the liability on the annual financial statements. What is the liability? Simply put, this is the time accrued for all eligible employees at the end of the fiscal year that they are owed if they were to leave the organization the next day. This must be done globally at the organization, and a cumulative liability must be calculated. What you probably see in your organization is this is done on an employee-by-employee basis when they leave the organization. Today, I'm going to go over the top 5 things to remember when preparing the compensated absences listing. First off, you'll want to review your organization's policies over compensated leave. This includes determining if there are maximum payouts for any classification of employee. What's the correct rate of pay to use? Is it the employee's hourly rate or another determined rate? Are there different policies for different types of employees at your organization? Is any of the leave at the organization use it or lose it? These are just some of the factors to look into in relation to your organization's policies. After doing this, you will want to run a summary report of leave hours for all employees at the organization. This should include the vacation and sick hours at year end for all employees. Also included in this report should be the organizational function the employee belongs to. This information typically comes from the organization's general ledger system or payroll system. Next, you'll need to then monetize the summary report. This means taking the hourly or daily information you extracted from the general ledger and adding each employee's rate of pay. Keep in mind max limits or other particular items unique to your organization from your policy. An often forgotten portion of this process is calculating and monetizing each employee's earned time and used time during the year. After doing this, you should have a beginning balance for each employee, the amount they earned during the year, the amount they used during the year, and an ending balance. Finally, keep in mind that most employees have pay changes from year to year. Well, that means the prior listing was calculated with an old pay rate. The compensated absences schedule needs to reflect this. The change in pay is typically presented in an adjustments column on the schedule. This could result in the beginning balance for each employee being calculated at a different rate than the ending balance for that same employee. Hopefully my brief overview has provided you some basic information on the compensated absence schedule. Thank you for joining me today, and please feel free to contact me with any questions you may have.